Boom. All right. So it's recording on here. Because this one this live I'm going to put up on my YouTube channel. Okay, this live I'm going to put up on my YouTube channel. Hello to everybody. Yes, I know most of you guys have been, most of my, my people who's on social media has been, asking for my feedback on this Black Panther, Black Panther movie and things of that nature. I almost forgot, and I know y'all sick and tired of this Black Panther decoding so far, but hey, I just wanted to share my, in a sense, I just wanted to share my opinion or give my advice on what the Black Panther, that movie represented. And there was a lot of different points in this movie that I feel that relates to us as an individual, and it was certain things that I want to highlight about ourselves that can help us to get to the spirit realm, okay, to get to the spiritual realm, okay. The way I'm going to do this, again, I was going to go and, do all of this research and, but I'm like, yo, this shit's just going to fucking confuse me. Let me just speak from the heart. You get what I'm saying? Break things down according to the heart. I'm going to ask for, questions that, can help me jog my memory a little bit, because, again, I was supposed to do this live last week. But I done forgot because I had other important stuff that I was researching. Okay, so let's get into it. All right, I want to first start okay, all right, here it goes. Right, I want to start this live by first breaking down the characters. Okay, first breaking down the characters and the name meaning of these characters. Now, I don't know how long many of you guys been into the metaphysics and stuff like that, but there's nothing new under the sun, right? And as Bobby Hemmett, because I'm a Bobby Hemmett student or whatnot, a lot of what Bobby Hemmett teaches us is that the people that plays these actual sitcoms or play these actual movies or whatnot, the spirit is truly within them, right? All right, so let's break down the different characters, right? Let's start with the brother T'Challa, okay? So T'Challa, spelled T, okay, Challa, right? So anytime when you see a Allah or A-L, A-L or L-A, that basically represents like the feminine aspect, okay? The feminine aspect of anything, basically dealing with royalty, right? You have Ella, you have Magella, you have, any name that has the L-A at the end of it represents God, the feminine aspect of God. And so you see the character T'Challa, he is, in a sense, God, right? Because he's given this, this heart-shaped flower, these potions from the goddess Bastet, or Bas, which we're going to get into. But he represents God, basically, in this movie, Black Panther. Now, his real meaning, okay, however, in real life, okay, T'Challa's real name is Chadwick. Okay, so when you look up Chadwick means protector, defender, battle. Okay, it means fierce, a brave man, someone with great love from the warrior town. People with the name Chad, okay, have a deep inner desire to use their abilities in leadership and to have a personal independence. They would rather focus on large, important issues and delegate the details. Now, this is what you saw in the movie Black Panther, where T'Challa, who is Chad in real life, he wanted to more so focus on not allowing someone, quote unquote, who portrayed himself to be an outsider to rule the throne in the inside world, in the inside realm more so, right? So you see this characteristics of Chadwick in T'Challa. Okay, so let's understand that, right? So again, T'Challa represents like the royalty. You get what I'm saying? Royalty, the godlike particle or godlike self, all right? But his real name, Chadwick, definitely represents the protector, okay? The protector, the fierce one, one who goes out for battles, the defender, etc., right? Boom. So now let's get into Eric, right? Eric, also known as Eric Killmonger, right? Now the character Eric, the name Eric represents forever king, eternal king. And as we saw in the movie Black Panther, he wanted the throne. You get what I'm saying? He even went to the extent where he said, burn all this shit, because ain't nobody coming after me, which is his title, Eric. Okay? As the first name means God is gracious. God is gracious. Okay, exactly. Are you referring Nice Pape? Are you referring to Eric, or are you referring to T'Challa's name? Okay, just clear that up a little bit. Just clear that up. But anyhow, Eric represents forever king, eternal ruler, okay? So you would see that in his character, right? However, in real life, okay, like I said, bringing it back to the character that is being played, and you also want to represent the characters that's being played and the actual person that is really playing these characters, right? Okay, boom. So you have Eric, which represents the forever king, the eternal ruler. However, in real life, his name is Michael. Okay, so Michael, which means the one who is like God, okay, or rather who is like the Lord. Michael is one who is head of God, head of the armies of God, the angels of righteousness, okay? One who is dominion over fire magic and candle spells, which you seen him with all of those whelps. You get what I'm saying? Those whelps and stuff, that's fire burns, and he always represented the burn this or burn that or whatever. So, and again, his real name is Michael, which also is shown in the character of T'Challa, right? So one who have dominion over fire magic and candle spells, known for protection, okay? That's why, okay, during the battle for the throne, he says, this is your throne. Okay, hold on. However, in the Palo aspect, Michael can also be looked upon as Ogun, okay? Or Shango. And for everyone who's familiar with the Ogun spirit or the Shango spirit, you guys know that Ogun and Shango do not come to play, okay? And they come in basically to fuck shit up, right? So as far as Shango aspect, in the Orisha or the Palo aspect, which is, again, follow me, Michael, right? As far as Shango aspect, he's known to be very militant, okay? Also known as the Lord of Lightning and Fire, can also be very charismatic and extremely handsome, which when he came into the Wakanda tribe and he was approached by the elders or whatever, in a sense, he tried to come off with this charismatic, more so approach, right? Now, Nakia, okay, Nakia, which was Lupita, right? Nakia means love. It means pure, pure love. It means being faithful, as you've seen her being faithful throughout the whole movie, is a loving soul, okay? She is a very loving soul. She did not want to leave. She did not want to leave T'Challa alone or whatever, or she didn't want to leave him by herself. She always felt that, in a sense, there was a way, okay? And this is not the end, right? And so Nakia, she was a member of the War Dogs, right? She was a member of the War Dogs. Now, the War Dogs was, for those that, in a sense, the War Dogs was the one that, also known as the Central Intelligence of Wakanda, which is the woman, okay? Which is the woman, the central intelligence of Wakanda. So we're just going back to the indigenous woman of this planet, okay? Because Wakanda, in a sense, also known as the Golden City. The Wakanda Golden City is nothing but the internal vibrations within you. We're going to get into that, okay? So, now you have Okoye, okay? You have Okoye, who is the general of the warrior spirits, or what? Not the warrior spirits, but the woman warrior tribe, or the woman warriors or whatnot. Okoye, also known as Okoya, if you guys haven't figured that out, right? Okoya, which is she's very the deity Okoya, or rather Oya, is she's a very fierce. She's very powerful, okay? A warrior, one who protects and honors, okay? As you've seen in the movie, she says, you know, when Nakia, who represents faithful, being faithful to the T'Challa, when she approaches Okoye, which is Oya, she said, listen, you got to help me to overthrow this person. She said, oh, no. I cannot help you to overthrow anybody, because what? She is loyal to whoever sits on that throne. That's that Oya energy. You see, she protects and she honors the opposite sex or whatnot, or her king, right? Now, another aspect that I also want to bring up is the Osiris and Set energy. Now, a lot of people, when we speak about this Osiris and we speak about this Set, we always look at it as, oh, Osiris is the god and Set is, you know, Set is the bad guy. In a sense, there's no bad and good in spirituality. It's just different aspects of these people. Because Set, Set, also known as Anubis, who is the black god. Okay, who's the dog, which is the war dog. Okay, and so we see that aspect, or we see what is known as. We see what I say is we see what is known as a duality thing coming up, okay? We see a duality thing. So T'Chaka represented Osiris, right? He represented Osiris, who killed his brother N'Jobu, okay? N'Jobu, or whatever. He killed his brother N'Jobu or whatever because he felt betrayed, which is the same story as Set and Osiris, okay? And how their offsprings are fighting, and now the offsprings are fighting for the throne more so. So I felt like in this movie, Eric, which name is Eternal King, okay, and T'Challa, which is the godlike, okay, the feminine godlike, all the same motherfuckers in different ways, okay, looked upon as different ways, okay. And so they're both fighting for that throne. However, what it's not about them fighting for the throne or them fighting for that to be the ruler. It's how they go about it and the different experiences that they went through to see things in a different light. This is the same way in terms of us with spirituality, of how we try to get and tap into that physical realm. Okay, we try to tap into the physical realm, but a lot of us has a very stone cold heart chakra. Okay, and so you find that this heart-shaped herb, okay, which is green, coming from a lotus flower. You ever thought about why it was coming from the lotus flower? Because the lotus flower represents the heart chakra. Okay, the lotus flower represents the heart chakra, which is given by who? Which is given by the deities, or rather the Black Panther gods, the Black Panther deities called Bas. Okay, so I'm gonna read into my encyclopedia of spirits and spirit books to give you guys all a little bit of an explanation of who Bas is, because many people, okay, we watching the Black Panther movie and they keep saying Bas and they keep saying spirit realm, but who the hell? Okay, we know that it's Black Panther, but what does this Black Panther actually means? Obviously, yeah, and let it be known that, okay, I understand that it came from other Marvels and this and that and stuff like. but it still have this true meaning to it. Okay, it still have this true meaning to it. And so a lot of us again has this heart chakra thing, you know, that we're just cold, and we're trying to get into the spirit realm, but we just can't get into the spirit realm. So in order for this quote unquote Black Panther god to have these supernatural powers, he has to drink, or he has to drink or take a part of this heart shaped herb, which is what? Affected by the mineral vibranium. Okay, now the mineral vibranium is nothing but the central nervous system. Okay, the element vibranium is nothing but the central nervous system. Everything that this vibranium touches, you see that it represented, or it showed, or rather it was depicted as electricity going through and within this whole, even the suit that he was wearing is a network of symptoms, or is a network of energy, or is a network of energy that helps him to tap into this superpowers, which is what? The central nervous system. If you look at our central nervous system and you go back and you see how this vibranium was reacting to not only the land but to his copper suit, then you'll be like, oh, okay, basically you have to, enhance, or you have to understand that you are God. Now, let me go back to the deity Bas, okay, which is the deity that the Black Panthers honors, okay? So Bas, which is also known as Basset, okay, they call it Bas in the Black Panther movie or whatever, but it's really Basset, right? So Basset, again, so I'm going to be reading from this book here. Okay, I'm going to be reading from this book here. Okay, so Basset, in a sense, is mistress of the oracle, right? Great conjurers of the casket, right? So Basset is a great cat goddess, has dominion over sex, fertility, marriage, magic, music, childbirth, prosperity, joy, dance, and healing. In short, the pleasures of life. She protects humans against infertility, dangers of childbirth, evil spirits, okay, illness, and bodily injuries, right? So when we talk about bodily injuries, we speaking about when they said, listen, I can heal a wound, a bullet wound within the matters of hours. You get what I'm saying? Within the matters of hours, that element vibranium, okay, was able to heal a bullet wound. But again, where was that coming from? Where was this magic and stuff coming from? Who was blessing that? It was the deity Basset. And so the deity Basset, she protects humans against infertility, dangers of childbirth, evil spirits, illnesses, and bodily injuries, okay, especially those caused by venomous creatures. A tomb inscription says Basset bestows life, prosperity, and health every day, and long live and beautiful old age, which is also known as the country or the image of Wakanda. You see, also known as Wakanda. Let me say this again. A tomb inscription says Basset bestows life, prosperity, and health every day, and long live and beautiful and old age. This is why the people of Wakanda did not want to, in a sense, share what they had with the outside people, because they did not want to give up their sacred land, okay? And they wanted to stay happy, prosperous, and in good faith, right? So Bastet, okay, offers special protection to women and children and serves as a matron of magicians and healers, okay? Her cult began on the Nile Delta swamps. The earliest known portrait of Bastet dates to circa 3000 BCE. By about 950 BCE, she was worshipped throughout Egypt. For a while, she was the most popular goddess in the kingdom. Her veneration reached its zenith during the reign of Osarkon II, which is 874-853 BCE, when a major temple was erected at her cult city, which is called Bubasset. Devotion to Basset, okay, devotion to Torrance Perry said Wakanda is not real. Wakanda is not real. Okay, it's not real, but it is real. It's not real physically, but spiritually and mentally, and yeah, spiritually and mentally it is real. Wakanda is within us. You don't understand. That's because you're not, in a sense, and I'm not going to bash nobody, but you're not understanding the meaning of what Wakanda is supposed to be representing. Okay? Wakanda is supposed to be represented as the golden city. And when we talk about the golden city that has all of this high technology and things of that nature, we only talking about the pineal gland, beloved. And the pineal gland secretes this melatonin or whatever, or secretes this. Oh no, due to oh no. Oh gosh. It messed up. Hold on, give me 1 second. It messed up. Oh Lord. 1 second, copy. Let me get back on. Excuse me. Let me get back on and get it in. Okay. Get back on and get it in. Okay. Excuse me. Hold on. Damn. Lost connection. Discard. Okay. Okay. Paste. Stop the live. All right. So I got to get back. All right. Come on in, guys, because I just got disconnected and I was breaking down how Wakanda, there was a person that said Wakanda is not real. Okay, physically Wakanda is not real, but spiritually, if you imagine what Wakanda is and you understand what it represents, then you would know that it is real. You see, you would know that Wakanda is actually real. Wakanda may not be a real physical place in Africa, of course not. But because again, it just goes back to when you say, okay, I am the ancestors. So if you are the ancestors, then Wakanda in a sense is real. They're just giving it another name. We don't even know. Do you know how many countries that is off grid that we don't even know anything about? You get what I'm saying? That we don't know anything about. So anyways, let me go back to giving you more of an update of who this deity was that the Black Panthers was worshiping. Okay, let me get back to that, right? Okay, so when a major temple was erected at her cult city, Bubasset, devotion to Basset officially survived until 330 BCE and the Roman conquest. The Romans having little sympathy for animal-shaped gods. Her annual festival in Bubasset was Egypt's most popular. Okay, a precursor of modern Mardi Gras. It was renowned for parties, revelries, and drunkenness. Okay, Herodotus, the Greek traveler and historian, writing in the 5th century BC, claimed that more wine was consumed in Egypt during this festival than during the entire rest of the year. Although many details are lost, Baset's festival celebrated female sexuality and generative power. Okay, so generative power. So again, these Marvel characters or whatever, you know, they honored Baset because guess what? Baset was the one that was giving this heart-shaped liquid or this plant to these people so that they can gain these powers. Baset. So in any event, let me bring it, and I'm not finished reading this, but let me show you or tell you how you can apply it for yourself. Now, if, say for example, for those that have issues with fertility, you get what I'm saying? Fertility. You have issues or rather you're not happy. You get what I'm saying? Especially us women. If we're not happy, if we're dealing with fertility issues or whatever, we can't get pregnant or whatever. If we are injured or if we feel like there's an evil spirit around us, we want to call on the deity Baset. Okay, we want to call on the deity Baset. All right, I'm gonna tell you how to, you know, give her honors and things of that nature, our offerings and stuff. Right. So where you at? Okay, hold on. Although many are lost, give me 1 second, cause I just okay. Although many, okay, wait 1 second. Although many are lost, Baset's festival celebrated female sexuality and generative powers. Boats sailed up the Nile towards Bubaset. As each barge approached towns and settlements, it would halt, and the mainly female celebrants on the board would loudly hail local women's congregation on the river banks. They would shout sexual obscenity to each other, dance wildly, and perform Anasurime, the ritual act of lifting up the skirts to expose the vulva, associated with laughter, healing, and defiance of grief. Okay, Baset may be the wife and or daughter of Ra, the sun god, and that's the whole thing. When you seen at the ending of the movie, you see the sun god, in a sense, you know, setting. You see the sun god setting. And so this is a whole correlation with the deity Baset or Bas that they was worshiping and things of that nature, with the sun that was setting, that was Ra. You see, and this is what I'm saying. Baset represents the woman god, and then the Ra represents the masculine energy. That is both the Eric and T'Challa. That's what I'm saying. They the same motherfuckers. They the same people, but depicted in a different way. They was both the Herus, but one Heru went through a lot of psychological issues versus another Heru that had more of the healing aspect and understanding and love. As I just finished breaking down both of their characters' name and their real name. So this is like a reincarnation of the two, right? Okay, so Baset, Baset may be the wife and or daughter of Ra, the sun. Among the spirits described as her son are Maths, Khonsu, and Nefertari. Okay, she is depicted as a cat, often bejeweled, or as a woman with a cat's head, sometimes surrounded by kittens, which you saw whenever he went into the spirit realm. You seen that there was, I believe it was like 3 or 4 cats there. Okay, 3 or 4 cats there, right? Okay, sometimes surrounded by kittens and fashionable, dressed in a green or blue dress, right? Attributes: Basets and Unks, right? That's her attributes. Planets. The planet is the sun and the moon. Okay, as you saw, the sun was rising in many different parts of the movie, right? Her color is green, hence the green lotus flower that is given to Black Panther to help him with his superpowers, hence helping him with activating that heart chakra. And another thing that I want to say, okay, well, let me finish with this. Animals, domestic cats are her servants and sacred animals, right? Offerings. Now, again, good people, for those that are going through this for infertility, for those that are going through bodily pains, I have a lot of pains or injuries and things of that nature. Oh man, it's reporting again or rebooting again. Oh my goodness. Connection, your video has been paused. Consider moving to find a better. Oh Lord, let me see. Okay, let me try to come this way. Let me try to come this way. Try to come this way. Oh Lord. Oh Lord Jesus. Jesus, take the wheel. Let me see. Let me try to come. Or either this thing is terrible, or else I'ma just do the video. Yeah, it is froze. Yeah, it's freezing. Just let me tell you guys that I am also recording. And if you if it's keep freezing on my Facebook Live, I'm just gonna go ahead and continue on with the recording on my device and put it up on my YouTube channel. As I have here. But what I was saying was, if you are experiencing like infertility, if you're experiencing infertility and you're experiencing you know, dangers of childbirth or evil spirits, the way that you want to give Basset, who Black Panther and them honors, you want to give her offerings. Her name may be related to word meaning perfume. Ancient Egyptian perfume was typically in the form of a salve. Offer her precious cream perfumes or offerings that benefit her sacred animal cats. Okay, so in any event too, so basically, give me 1 second. So basically, if you want to, in a sense, give offerings to the deity Basset or whatnot, you could go ahead and do that by giving her a salve or a precious cream, perfumes, and things of that nature. And that will help with the infertility. That will help with the, you know, dangers of childbirth, injuries, infertilities, and stuff like that. And that will also help with making your life, in a sense, more prosperous and things of that nature, right? So now, as I was saying to you all, because I'm just gonna get to the nitty gritty of this, right? So vibranium represents our central nervous system, the element that enhances our supernatural powers and connects us to the spirit realm and different universes within. Now, let me explain to you one thing. Eric versus T'Challa, right? Eric versus T'Challa. You can also see an Eric versus T'Challa in within us, right? Eric was a type that, because he was a bandit, all right, he was a bandit, or he was bitter, or he was this and he was that. I'm not gonna get into that part. the key that I'm trying to make is here, when he drunk, or he had the sacred, when he had the sacred liquids, or he had the sacred potion from the spirit realm, it basically killed him, or rather poisoned him. I'm not going to say it killed him. It basically poisoned him. Why? Because it poisoned him or whatnot. This green like shape, or this green plant, had everything to do with the central nervous system and had everything to do with the heart chakra. Now, because his heart wasn't open or whatnot, and you can see that a lot with us, because our heart chakra is closed. We have a lot of trust issues or whatnot. We don't trust nobody. We don't believe in nothing. We this, we that. We are not connected to that spirit realm. We are not able to tap into the physical dimension and spiritual dimension at the same damn time. We're not able to tap into that quote unquote Wakanda energy. And again, Wakanda represents the sacred universe. Okay, the sacred universe in the physical, on the spiritual level, but on the physical level, it just represents the DNA structure within us. Versus T'Challa, when he drunk the potion or whatnot, he was able to have a better experience. Why? Because again, the name T'Challa means God. However, his real name, Chadwick, okay, it means the protector. It means love. It means, someone with great love from the warrior town. You understand? So he was more so in a understanding that he is here to protect and save his people, versus coming on a bitter light structure or a bitter light energy. And so that heart chakra, in a sense, wasn't basically opened up. So if it wasn't opened up, good sisters and brothers, you're not going to be able to tap into the spiritual realm. Now, when we talk about that the purple liquid, right, which is also influenced by vibranium, right? When we talk about the purple liquid, we're talking about what? The crown chakra. Okay, the crown chakra, which is I am, which is the power within. Once the crown chakra represents the pineal gland. Okay, so the pineal gland is depicted as this color green, or what, I mean, not the color green, the color purple and stuff like that, which also is the central nervous system, as I said. However, the all-seeing eye, or rather the crown chakra, is the gateways to the spirit realm. And so when the brother said Wakanda is not real, Wakanda, in a sense, spiritually is real, because Wakanda represents the gateways to all of the universes in this in this portal. Okay? And so one of the main things that we have to, I would say, one of the main things that I feel like Black Panther was telling us is that we have to, in a sense, believe in thyself, okay? I feel like the movie Black Panther was also telling us, like, listen, get with this green food, okay? Because the green food is the real food, and the green food is the cell food. And when we eat and when we take in these green foods and these cell foods and all of these things, we activate different DNA structures and different entities within thyself, because we are not just one person. We're composed of many different people. We're composed of many different entities and deities within thyself, you see. And then two, what is another thing that I wanted to share, because again, I didn't write no notes. At first I was like, yeah, I'm gonna write the notes down, but then I was just like, nah, I'm just gonna freestyle, talk about certain points, and things of that nature, and just put it in a way where my followers can, apply it to myself, or apply it to yourself. You get what I'm saying? When you seen that, also when the part where he was buried in red clay. Red clay is a very sacred detoxing detoxing mineral that provides, again, if you have any type of inflammation, if you have any type of diseases, foreign substances, things of that nature, if you rub some red clay on your body, it takes you away. Once it takes you away, you become godlike again. The impurities and things of that nature comes out of you. So the main fact that they was being buried as well in red clay. You want to take that. You want to take that information. The red clay is also good. I got the Aztec red clay right there on my dresser. You can also take that, right? Let me see another point that I wanted to make. The mother, T'Challa's mother represented Aset. As you seen, Aset is the, with her head, with her head wrap, which represented the sun disk or whatnot. And then she also resurrected her son, which was Heru, which was Horus, right? And again, all of this resurrection and things of that nature. Listen, we have to resurrect. We have to start to resurrect the God in us. So yeah, the movie talks about Black Panther and this and that. All that is telling us is to tap into the spiritual aspects within thyself. All that movie is basically saying is, listen, if your heart is lighter than this feather, if your heart is pure, if your heart is in tune, if your heart is balanced out, you will be granted access to the spirit realm. You definitely will be getting access to the spirit realm. And then too, as I mentioned to you before, one of the ways that you can enhance that central nervous system within thyself, which is also known as the vibranium or whatnot, once you do that, is by what? Drinking a lot of green juice. Because when we talk about green, we talking about the green god Osiris. What is the difference between Black Panther and Osiris? You see, Black Panther and Osiris. So, and then too, he also everything you seen was black. We talking about carbon. And when we also talk about carbon, we're talking about the brain structures and things of that nature. Okay, so it's just going back to, it's just all going back to tapping into the universal code within us. Now, watching this, there's a few, controversy that can come up, right? There's a few, like African versus American controversy that can come up, right? Oh, y'all Africans, y'all think y'all all that, why did, quote unquote, Wakanda preserve this energy and did not want to save or did not want to help the outside world? Why did they portray themselves as a third world country and things of that nature so that they don't have to deal with the outside world? My answer to that is, why not? Why would I want other people to come? Why would I want other people to come to my land, take my resources as that guy did? You get what I'm saying? Take my resources, take my vibranium or whatever. Take everything that I got, strip me from everything that I got, and leave my country poor. Why would I want to do that? You see this happening in Haiti. You see this happening in Puerto Rico, wherever. You see this happening in different parts of Africa. You see this happening in the Congo. You get what I'm saying? That's personal to me because I'm from the Congo and my father's from the Congo. My mom is from the Haiti. And I know that this is what's happening. They always going to the Congo and picking up gold. They're always in Haiti getting up oils. Okay, picking up and digging up oils. Why would we want to advertise ourselves and say, hey, blah, 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 here it is. You know what I'm saying? Come to our country. Why would we want to do it? So I agree with keeping the land as a third world country and keeping ourselves on a humble so that outside people don't come in and fuck up the whole damn system. Because guess what? People such as Everett Killmeyer came in, took it, and abused what they had. okay, abused what they had. That's why in the Dogon tradition, back in them times, the Dogon traditions, the only people that was able to learn the science of astrology, of, you know, spirituality, and dealing with the trees and herbs, was the people of the Dogons, the Malian people. Okay, and so you still see this till this present day. There's a lot of countries that we don't even know about. There's a lot of villages that we don't even know about. Yeah, that's exactly how you should keep it. Because why would we want colonizers? That's why I said, oh, another colonizer. Why would we want other colonizers to come on in and take what we got? Take our sources. Take this and take that. Why? And then on the flip side, it's like, well, you know, we come from here too. We come, you know, Americans is like, oh, well, we come from here too. That's why Eric, when he took the potion, when he took the liquid, he didn't have the same experience as this guy had, because he was still in a sense disconnected with himself. He was still, in a sense, disconnected with himself. And he was saying, well, you know what? His father said, well, if you go back home, you may not be accepted. And he was like, well, you know, why would I be accepted if I'm part of them? Probably they are the one that is screwed up in the head versus us. You see, but the key about here is, us as Africans, we have different cultures. So it's not a matter of, oh, we're screwed up in the head. It's just that we don't understand certain things. You get what I'm saying? We don't understand certain things. We are very loving people. As you've seen Okoye, who spared I forget the character's name. She spared his life because T'Challa was going to scratch him up or take him out. You see what I'm saying? Because we still have that, we have this understanding in a sense. But going back to the spiritual sense in any event, in the spiritual sense, I just feel like certain things should be preserved and conserved for only the people that understands it or understands the science, okay? Because once you put anything in the hands of somebody that is not spiritually, physically, and mentally aligned with magic, then the shit goes all out of the place. You get what I'm saying? The shit just goes out of the place. I'm not trying to make this a white or black thing, but when you give white folks, okay, and I'm not going to say white folks in the sense, I'm not going to say white folks like in that way, but they don't have the same spiritual and cultural understanding and genetic information like we do. And so when you give somebody that's why they all trying to go back. They all trying to go back. They all trying to go back to find something within them that is not there. Okay, they're trying to find something within them that is not there. Now, Dr. Sabian used to say, okay, at the age of 7, the pineal gland, or the age of 10 or whatnot, the pineal gland of the Caucasians is calcified, right? Because again, the pineal gland, what does it do? The pineal glands, you know, secretes melatonin versus serotonin and all of that stuff. The pineal gland is the gland that connects you to the spirit realm. The pineal gland, melatonin is also known as the day and night hormone. Melatonin also affects your sleeping, things of that nature, right? Okay, fine. So all of them is trying to get back and experience external experience. You have this external experience with something that is not even within them. However, as I was having this discussion, it came up that, okay, it may not be that the pineal gland may be calcified, because if a person has a calcified pineal gland or whatnot, they won't be able to even sustain life, okay? They won't even be able to live properly or whatnot, okay? I'm going to say that the pineal gland is not working. It's not that it's not calcified. It may not just work as much as it would in an indigenous person. And so these Caucasians, in the sense, or Caucasian people, or people that is not melanated, or people that is not of ancestral lineage or whatnot, they will look outside of ourselves. They will look outside of themselves to find what it is that is within us. Okay, he said the hypothalamus gland, the pituitary gland. Okay, which one, Syray? Because I remember that's what you were saying, but the hypothalamus gland is the gland. Basically, the hypothalamus gland is the gland that controls, you get what I'm saying, you're eating, you're sleeping, you're this and the that, and all of these things like that. But for me, I know that, I've overheard Dr. Sabi speak about the pineal gland being calcified. Now, there's two things. There's the pineal gland and there's the pituitary gland. The pituitary gland deals with, your hormones, the secretion of hormones and stuff like that. But the pineal gland deals with more of the spiritual aspects of things. And the only reason why I brought that up is just to say that when you allow people that is not of the culture to, take things that is of the culture, they abuse it. You get what I'm saying? Because they want things that is not of them because they're trying to find them. And this is the reason why we cannot be giving this to them, because they are going to abuse it, as you see. Now, another thing that I wanted to bring up about this Black Panther movie is, okay, a lot of us, you get what I'm saying? Oh, them white folks, white felt, white. Listen. On a spiritual sense, on a spiritual sense, from sister to sister, we have to stop, in a sense, downgrading white folks, or in a sense, we have to stop downgrading people that is not of color. Why? Because the only reason why I'm saying this is because the very same thing that you hate, you become. That's exactly what you see with Eric Killmeyer. He hated that place, or he just hated the fact that these people neglected him and all of this stuff. Remember? So the very same thing that you hate, you become. So if we sitting around, and this is one of the cosmic laws. So we sitting around here, oh, them white folks, oh, I can't stand them, and this and that, and this is the third. Listen, y'all niggas, y'all better stop. Because in your next lifetime, you can become just as pale. And another thing is, some of these white folks that appears to want to be culturally in tune with culture, you never know if they were blacks or they was ancient in their past life. We don't know. I'm not here to stick up for them, because I ain't sticking up for no goddamn body. Okay, I'm not sticking up for nobody, because you see me, hair nappy, always been nappy, locks in my hair, keep it real, I don't care, and all of this good stuff. But I'm just giving you all more of the enlightenment side, because again, that still deals with this heart chakra situation thing. Oh, I don't like this person. I with this white. Y'all have to stop, because if you want to connect to that spirit realm, if you want to get this lotus flower, if you want to be in tune and you want to be able to astral project, we can't be vibing with you. We can't be doing that. If we want to go past the heart chakra to the throat chakra, to now the pineal gland and things of that nature, or your all-seeing eye, you get what I'm saying? Your crown chakra. If we want to get with that vibranium energy, the kinetic cosmic energy, we cannot be walking around here feeling like we hate this person or we hate this ruler. Hate has never been in our blood. And this is the reason why T'Challa, in a sense, defeated everything, because hate wasn't in his blood. He asked his father, he said, how can I be able to rule this planet or rule this country? He said it's all in. He said, you're a loving man. That's what he said. If I believe so, Wakanda, the Golden City. Hold on. Sun says every time going to challenge. Hold on. I believe that's what he said. You get what I'm saying? I can't find that note, but that's basically what it is. If we all have a and again, I'm not going into the details about this tribe and the plate lips and the look, it's one or two and three things that stood out for me. You get what I'm saying? That stood out for me in that movie. And I'm always looking at everything on a more spiritual aspect of things. You get what I'm saying? I caught on to his suit being carbon. You get what I'm saying? Everything on this planet is carbon, is made out of carbon. Carbon is the essential element for all living things to manifest. Okay? Every single cell in the body, there's carbon. Okay? So I picked up onto that. I picked up onto, the lotus flower. I picked up onto them, in a sense, worshiping the deity or the deity boss. Okay, the cat goddess boss, which is also, that is where they get this superpower from. Okay, well, who's boss? Okay, boss is also known as the goddess that has dominion over sex, fertility, marriage, magic, music, childhood, prosperity, joy, dance, and healing. You get what I'm saying? What that whole Wakanda energy is, what that was about. The healing aspect, the joyful aspect, the marriage aspect. You get what I'm saying? The union between two souls and things of that nature. Okay, so, for me, this is more so my input. Again, overall, the movie wasn't all that to me. You get what I'm saying? The movie really wasn't that spectacular to me. You get what I'm saying? It was good. You get what I'm saying? It was good. The action and stuff like that, it was good, but I was expecting it to be more of a metaphysical thing or metaphysical aspect. You get what I'm saying? Now, what Eric represented as him being a lost soul and abandonment and things like that, fine. You know what I'm saying? Which couldn't help him to get to where he needed to be spiritually. Okay, fine. But for me, like I said, I was more so looking for spiritual meanings and spiritual decodings of the Black Panther movie. And these was the only things that I was able to touch upon, which was the lotus flower, which was vibranium being our central nervous system, which gives us the superpower. Okay, because if you look at if you look at any video dealing with the central nervous system, you will see that whole Wakanda, the golden city. Okay, what is the golden city? The golden city represents the pineal gland. You see, and the pineal gland is more on the spiritual side versus the physical side of our nervous system, the central nervous system or whatnot. Okay. I didn't like the way, I didn't like the way it ended. I understand that this is a Marvel comic. I understand that it's a next step to it. But, for it to end with a sister trying to help the white man get on top, that goes to show again that the hypothalamus of blacks is always kicking in, because the hypothalamus also deals with emotions and sense, and we always want to help somebody. And that's why we got into this situation. That's why we're in the situation that we are now. That's why many of our countries has been colonized. Yes, granted, some was taken from us and things of that nature, robbed and killed and this and that. Yeah, okay, fine. But on the other hand, we still give people chances. Black folks, when white folks be in certain neighborhoods, they want to snatch, they want to hold their purse and do all of that. Man, nobody's here to hurt you. You get what I'm saying? Like, nobody is here to hurt you. So it's like, okay, well, all black cast, all black cast and stuff like that, and all, But then y'all have at the ending of it, you have a white man about to get initiated into becoming a god. So are we really understanding what the fuck it is? Is this really the return of the gods? Or are we going to have some coons, or we going to have some soft cooning ass niggas that's going, well, we already have soft cooning ass niggas that helps the outside race, or what you call the house niggas or whatever, that they won't be able to ascend if, you know, their Caucasian friends or people that doesn't look like them, if they're not able to come. You get what I'm saying? Because that's what that showed me. That at the end of the movie, when she was in the little hut or whatever, he was laying down about to get initiated, and then who was outside? The sister princess, the one that was controlling, who was part of who was partners with Nakia. And again, Nakia means forever love, faithful, and stuff like that. She was part of the War Dog family. You see what I'm saying? The War Dog family, which centralized the whole Wakanda system. So what? Are you about to show this nigga how to do this whole thing again? So he can colonize it and he can take what we have? You get what I'm saying? So I personally didn't like the way, I didn't like the way it ended. You get what I'm saying? That's just my thing. It's like, okay, if y'all going to keep it spiritual, y'all going to keep it metaphysics, and y'all going to keep it in the all black cast or whatnot, why end with a white man in a little motherfucking hut? I would have accepted that it was a little baby in that hut. Meaning, Nakia gave birth to another god from T'Challa. You get what I'm saying? And let this young god with shit marked all over his head, dots and stuff, let him be the one to reign, or take control of the next century or whatnot. Why would you do that with why would it end with a white man? But again, overall, it was cool. I mean, personally speaking, for those that went out and dressed up and this, that, and the third, I mean, to each his own, if that's how you felt like coming up in there and stuff like that. But clothes does not identify what we have in the internal realm. You get what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of motherfuckers that is soft cooning that went to go see that movie, dressed up with a dashiki and all of that stuff, which is real old, but whatever. Dressed up in a dashiki, but they had their snow bunnies with them. How about that? So are we really tapping into, you get what I'm saying? Are we really tapping into this spiritual realm? You get what I'm saying? Are we really tapping into this vibranium? You get what I'm saying? Are we really tapping into our higher self? You get what I'm saying? Because our clothes doesn't, identify us. Now, granted, some people are more of, a Marvel fan than others. Fine, you want to go Wakanda, but I mean, what are you doing personally? Personally, what did you take out of that movie that you're going to now apply it holistically and apply it cosmically? Because it really starts within. Are you that character, that Eric Killmaya character, or are you the T'Challa character? You get what I'm saying? Which one are you? Because if you're the Eric Killmaya now, again, it's fine. We want to tap into our race a little bit more. We want to start to wear the African culture, clothing and stuff like that. We want to do this. By all means, do it. Because again, at the end of the day, it's this realm that we living in is the return of the gods. You see, it's the return of the gods. Okay, and so if clothing and dots on your face and paintings on your face and stuff, if that brings you closer to your original self, knock yourself out. But if not, then what the fuck is the point of it? Because I don't know. You get what I'm saying? If you still fucking around with somebody that is not culturally, physically, and sexually stimulating you, then what you screaming Wakanda for? Because your pineal gland, you're not activating that pineal gland, and that pineal gland is not, in a sense, being stimulated. And that is what the whole liquid was representing. The liquid was representing the heightening of your immortal powers. You see. You get what I'm saying? So again, it's really nothing new under the sun. I didn't go and do all of this research and all of this stuff that other people might have did. You get what I'm saying? I know a lot of people came out with this decoding thing and stuff like that. Okay, fine. But I just wanted to basically approach it on and just let you know that whole movie was just basically about the central nervous system. That's just period. And if your central nervous system is fully activated, you can be that Black Panther. You can have these superpowers, because we all do. If your central nervous system is on point. Okay, some people will say, well, okay, well, how do you get to that level? Now we talking. When you want to know how do you get to that level, now we talking. Like I said, you want to drink a lot of green juice. Okay, that Osiris juice. Okay, you want to drink a lot of green juice. You want to, you want to start meditating a little bit more. Chanting. You see them chanting. Start chanting. You want to start to listen to certain music that is at 432 hertz, because that resonates with the internal vibrations within you. Hence, activating your central nervous system and replenishing certain cellular functions. Okay, so you want to do that. Other things to activate your central nervous system is what? Being in the sun. You get what I'm saying? Stop with the processed foods. That's another thing. How do you now activate? Because again, how do you now activate? Because in order for your pineal gland to open up, your heart chakra has to be fully illuminated as well. You get what I'm saying? Okay, well, how do you deal with that? By releasing. By letting go, by, being impeccable with your words, okay? By being truthful to yourself, okay? This is all of the different ways that you can open up that heart chakra and be in a stable position where you are resonating with nothing but internal love and external love. You get what I'm saying? Not taking things personal. Because a lot of people take things personal. As you seen Eric Killmonger, he took a whole lot of shit personal. And so he came back to let it be known. You see. So, I mean, I could take a few questions. But at the end of the day, that's basically my feedback on this Black Panther movie. I mean, it really wasn't, I seen better. You get what I'm saying? Blade, in a sense, to me was better. It had like this whole, in terms of the metaphysical aspect, I think what is it? Avatar touched on the same concepts, in a way where Avatar had all of this land, ancient land and things like that. They was warriors, they was lovers, they was ancient ones, they was this, they was that, and then what? They accepted another person to come in, and what did they do? They took over the land, in a sense. You get what I'm saying? Then what did their sister do? She still tried to help an outsider get the culture of the Avatar people, which is a big no-no. You see, which is an extremely big no-no. So, I know this video had cut off. This is the second part, but if you could catch this whole clip on my YouTube channel, I'm going to put it up. But at the end of the day, if you guys don't have any questions or whatever, this is basically what I feel Black Panther was really, really about. Overall, it wasn't that you know, what I expected. I expected a little bit more, you get what I'm saying? Only because I see things with my all-seeing eye. And for me, I am a metaphysical decoder. I like to decode science stuff, you get what I'm saying? I'm really not new in this conscious community stuff, if there is, even if people still say that. You get what I'm saying? I'm very aware, and I can be in another country and see certain statues or certain symbols and be able to decode what the fuck is going on, the whole story of that, from the symbol to which deity is associated with that, what color, what this, what that. That's just who I am. You get what I'm saying? And that's how come my readings be so much on point, because I go deeper and dig deeper and dig deeper and dig deeper. But with that being said, if you have any other feedback on this Black Panther thing, movie rather, you know, but at the end of the day, like, you know, there's a lot of controversies, you know, oh this, and you know, oh it was awesome, it was this, it was that, it was this and that. Do you really understand what was being said? Like, do you really understand what's being said? It's not about just Wakanda. That shit don't mean nothing, because the Wakanda is the golden city that lies and lives within us. But have you activated that golden city? You get what I'm saying? Have you activated that golden city? A lot of us haven't. So again, I'll be on for the next 5 minutes or so. You know, shout out to everybody that's watching this live. You know, please feel free to share. Like I always say, share this live, share this information. You know, I mean, a trillion of people. Yeah, some of us is probably, some of us is like, yo, I'm Black Panther out. So many people that did decodings on this, and I understand. But the only reason why, because I almost forgot about this. The only reason why I'm now coming forth is because a lot of my followers been asking me for my opinion. You get what I'm saying? And I had so much to say about it, but I done forgot. I done forgot a whole lot. You know, I done forgot so much of my points. You know, I done forgot so much of my points. And even ivory, you know what I'm saying? Even the element ivory is very sacred, which you seen, you know, which you seen the elder crown T'Challa with this ivory necklace when he, you know, won the battle for the throne and stuff like that. You know, just them having this fight on water. Water represents ancestral realm, purity. That's the sign of Cancer. Then you have, I think his name is Njundu or whatnot, which was the elder. He was all in purple. Purple represents royalty. Again, you get what I'm saying? Represents your higher self. Represents the ancestral realm, but also represents Oya. You see. You know, the one that protects, the elder one. Protection of of her children, right? And so that's basically it. Again, going back, just gotta focus on carbon, heart chakra, and your all-seeing eye, the pineal gland or whatnot. You get what I'm saying? And that's as simplest as I can say it. I'm not going into the details, and when he said this, that meant that, and when he said that. That's not the kind of decoding I want to do for this one. I just want to get straight to the point and say, look, this Black Panther movie was specifically about this. How can you apply this, and how does it relate to us? Point blank, period. You get what I'm saying? Point blank, period. Again, this session has been, wow, I'm so used to saying this session has been recorded. This live has been recorded on my other device here. If you didn't catch everything, I'm going to be uploading it on my channel. If you have any questions pertaining to the movie, please feel free to ask right now, and we can talk about it. If not, then that's fine too. Shout out to everybody watching this live video. And that's basically it. Let this movie spur people to read history, read Black history. Okay, you are on point, sis. All right, shout out, shout out. Yes, okay, wow. Okay, I felt the same way. Okay, all right. Okay, you are correct. Emotions, the hypothalamus. Okay, all right. But yeah, tuning in late, but we'll definitely replay. I thank you, Mama Ella. Peace, love, and peace and love. Okay, yeah. All right, so I'm basically, getting off. I gotta go back. I don't have to go back, but I'm gonna go back and do more research on the topics that I've been doing research on. Again, peace, love, and happiness to all. There's going to be so much other more videos that's going to come out and speak about our spiritual or occultism and things of that nature. Again, overall, do I think Black Panther was a good movie? I mean, action wise, it was cool, but message wise, I felt it could have been a little bit more detailed, or a little bit, you know what I'm saying, like really speaking the occult spiritual language is what I'm going to say. Everyone is going to have different, everybody's going to have different views of this movie. For me, I look at everything in a spiritual light, and so it didn't satisfy my spiritual needs, point blank, period. And so I'm gonna share the link because I recorded it. I'm going to share the link. Everyone that's coming in late, y'all can, you get what I'm saying? Replay this live. Share the live. Enjoy the live. Ask questions after. And that's just about it. Alright? So, create a bless. Peace.